Can a dog truly understand that its owner has died, or does it simply believe they never came back? Picture this: a front door, quiet, ordinary. A dog settles beside it the way it always has, nose close to the gap where the familiar scent slips through. It waits the way it has waited 1,000 times before. Patient, still, certain. One day, the person it's waiting for walks out and doesn't come back. Days pass. The dog returns to the door. Mornings, evenings, after meals, before sleep. Same spot, same posture, same quiet certainty in its eyes. Weeks pass. It's still there. And here is the question that will stay with you long after this video ends. What is the dog actually waiting for? Most of us land on one of two answers almost immediately. The first: dogs understand death. They know their person is gone. They're grieving the way we grieve, with awareness, with memory, with the slow ache of knowing someone is never coming back. The second: dogs have no concept of death at all. They're not grieving, they're just confused. They don't understand what happened, and eventually, they'll move on. Both of these feel true somehow. Both of them also feel incomplete. And that tension, that feeling that neither answer quite fits, is exactly where the real answer lives. Because what if both sides are missing something important? What if the question itself is slightly wrong? What if dogs don't experience death the way we do, but still understand, in a way that runs deeper than words, that something is permanently, devastatingly different? Hold that thought. Dogs are built for attachment, not metaphorically, neurologically. When a dog bonds with a human, really bonds, their brain releases oxytocin, the same bonding hormone that connects mothers to newborns, partners to each other, old friends across decades. Research, published in Science in 2015, confirmed that dogs and their owners experience a mutual oxytocin loop just by looking at each other. That's not sentiment, that's biology. What this means is that your presence, your scent, your voice, your daily rhythms, they become encoded in your dog's nervous system. You are not just a person to them, you are a pattern, a home, a biological expectation. So when you leave for work, for a trip, for any reason, the dog's system registers the gap. It notices, and when you always come back, the brain learns absence is temporary, departure is safe, return is certain. Dogs also have remarkable memories for routine. They know what time you wake up, what time you leave, what time you come home. Studies in canine cognition have shown that dogs can anticipate their owner's return based on elapsed time and residual scent. They begin showing anticipatory behaviors even before you arrive home. Their world is structured around you in ways most of us never fully appreciate. So when you disappear, not for a day, not for a week, but permanently, what does that register as? That's where it gets complicated. In 1925, a dog named Hachiko walked to Shibuya Station in Tokyo to meet his owner, a professor named Hidesaburo Ueno, the way he had done every single evening. Professor Ueno never arrived. He had died that day from a brain hemorrhage at work. Hachiko returned to the station the next day, and the day after that. For 9 years, he walked to that platform every evening and waited. He was fed by commuters, sheltered by station workers. He became famous, loved, a symbol of loyalty across an entire country. But here's the question no one fully answers when they tell that story. Was Hachiko waiting because he understood that his owner was dead? Or was he waiting because everything he knew told him that his owner always came back? Canine cognition research gives us a partial map here, though not a complete one. Scientists have established that dogs possess object permanence, the understanding that things continue to exist when out of sight. A dog knows you're still somewhere, even when it can't see you. This is actually one of the reasons separation anxiety exists. They're not confused about whether you exist. They know you exist. They just can't reach you. But abstract concept formation, understanding something like death, an invisible, permanent state of non-return that's a different cognitive level entirely. Most research suggests dogs probably don't process death as an abstraction. They don't have a concept labeled gone forever in the way humans mean gone forever. What they do have is an acute sensitivity to absence and an attachment system that, when it detects a permanent gap where a bonded person used to be, responds the way any nervous system responds to loss of something essential. It grieves. But here's the part nobody tells you. If dogs don't understand death as a concept, then why do some stop eating after their owner dies? Why do some withdraw from play, from affection, from life itself? Why do some documented in veterinary literature simply decline and fade? That's not confusion. That looks like something else entirely. Research into canine grief, and yes, researchers do study this, has found that dogs display measurable behavioral changes after losing a bonded companion, human or animal. They sleep more, eat less, vocalize differently, seek comfort in unusual ways, sometimes carrying objects that belong to the deceased person, sleeping in their spaces, returning to places they used to go together. These behaviors have been documented widely enough that the American Kennel Club and veterinary behaviorists treat canine grief as a genuine clinical phenomenon. The nervous system is not lying. Something real is happening inside them. So here is where we have to make a distinction that changes everything. Humans grieve with cognition. We understand, consciously, what death means. We think forward. We imagine all the future moments that will now be absent, the birthday they won't attend, the phone call we'll never make. We grieve what was and what will never be. Dogs don't have that forward projection. They live far more than we do inside the present moment. But the present moment for a dog who has lost their person is a present moment that no longer makes sense. The scent is there but fading. The routines are broken. The sounds are wrong. The door stays closed. The familiar weight of another life, the life that structured and anchored theirs, is simply gone. They don't have the word for it. They don't have the concept for it, but they feel the shape of it. Research suggests dogs probably do not understand death as an abstract concept the way humans do. That's the careful, honest answer. But here is what the same research makes clear. They understand absence. They understand that the person they depended on, loved, oriented their entire existence around is no longer there. They experience the emotional disruption of permanent loss even without cognitive access to what permanent means. In some ways, that might be harder. We at least have language for it. We have rituals. We have the knowledge that what we're feeling has a name, has an end point, has been survived before. A dog has none of that scaffolding. It just has the feeling and the door. Come back for a moment to that image. A dog by a front door. It doesn't know the word death. It doesn't know the concept of forever. It doesn't have a framework for the kind of absence that never resolves. But it knows you. It knows the weight of your footsteps, the sound of your key, the particular way the air changes when you're about to be home. It has spent years learning the language of your presence so fluently that your absence reads in its entire body like an incomplete sentence. And so it waits, not because it understands that you died. Maybe it waits because love taught it that you always come back. And when someone has always come back, when their return has been the most reliable fact in your world, the waiting doesn't feel like grief. It feels like faith. And that's why losing you changes everything. Because you were the proof that the world was safe. That departure wasn't the end. That love returned. And somewhere beside a door, a dog is still holding that truth. Long after you stopped being able to